Hi, boys and girls. Today I want to talk to you about the vocabulary words from the story The Garden from Frog and Toad Together. We're going to do what we usually do, which is turn and talk, where we think about some questions I ask. We pair up with the partner to talk about those things and answer those questions. Although today and this year we might not be able to pair up because we're staying spread out. And then we would share with the class what we were thinking. Okay, let's talk about our objectives, our learning targets. I can use pictures and context clues to help me understand important words from the story The Garden from Frog and Toad. All right, I want you to read that with me, okay? I can use pictures and context clues to help me understand important words from the story The Garden from Frog and Toad. And our other objective is I can have a conversation with a partner about the vocabulary words and pictures. That one's going to be a little bit challenging this year since we're staying spread out and we may not have a partner. Okay? How do we show success? How do we reach the top of the mountain and show that we've met those goals? What do we have to do? Well, with my partner, I will, number one, look closely at each pair of pictures. Number two, you're going to say what you notice or see. How are the pictures, or how are they the same or similar? And number three, you're going to read each word and its definition. You may be doing this by yourself, okay? All right, if you're at home though and you do have a partner, you want to make sure that you are sitting eye to eye and knee to knee. You want to make sure that each person has a turn to talk. When one person talks, the other person is listening, and then the other person talks while that person listens. But don't talk too long on your turn, or there won't be enough time for everybody to have a turn to talk. So keep it short. All right, and the questions you want to think about when you're looking at the pictures, you want to think about, what do I notice or see? And you'll say, I notice, and you'll state what you notice. And then you also want to think about, how are the pictures, how are they the same? And you would say in your sentence, they both what? Like these two pictures down here, you would say, they both have beady eyes and big jowls and gray hair. Okay? If you have a partner, when you're sharing, you can say to your partner, I agree with you, partner, because, and you tell why you agree. Or you can say, I disagree with you because, and you can tell why you disagree. That's if you have a partner. And you might not have one this year, and that's okay. Let's get started. Here are our first two pictures. So first we want to say what we notice. Well, I notice in the first picture, there's a large group of balls and a small group of balls, and there's an arrow pointing to the small group. And in the second picture over here with the people, I see a large group of people and a small group of people, and it's arrows pointing to the small group. So both pictures are pointing to the small group. So what is our word? Let's think about it. What's our vocabulary word? Could it be small? Let's think. Think about it. The word is few. Aha! Both pictures show few. Few means not many of something. There are only a few trees here. How do I use it? I have only a few coins. Can I buy a few snacks? Two more pictures. Ooh, what do I notice? I notice the first picture shows night or darkness, and the second picture shows night or darkness. I see stars in the sky. I see the moon's out. The moon is out in each picture. Yeah, it's dark. It's night. Both pictures show, I would say maybe the word is night. Let's see. Yes, the word is night. Night, night. Night is the time of day after the sun has gone down and it is dark outside. The buds open in the day and close at night. How do I use this word? I can tell it's night when it begins to get dark. What can you do at night that you can't do in the day? Our vocabulary word is night. All right, let's look at the next one. What do I notice? I notice on the left that he is shouting, and on the right, she is also shouting. So could our vocabulary word, let's say they both are shouting, or they both are loud. Maybe the vocabulary word is loud or shout. What could the vocabulary word be? If you have a partner, make sure you turn and talk. They both are shouting. Oh, the word is loudly. They both are talking loudly in both pictures. Loudly is our vocabulary word. Loudly means in a noisy way. The bird sang loudly in the tree. How do I use it? I said my name loudly so that everyone could hear it. Are you allowed to talk loudly in the library? Our vocabulary word is loudly. Oh, okay. What do we notice? Well, I notice there's a window over here on the left and there's a window on the right. So both pictures have windows. Maybe the vocabulary word this week is window. What do you think? Do you think the vocabulary word could be window? Well, let's see. Yes, the vocabulary word is window. A window is an opening in a wall that lets light and air into the room. Here's another example. The big tree is very close to the window. How do I use the word window? Nina opened the window to let in some air. What colors can you see when you look out a window in your room? Our vocabulary word is window. Oh, what do we notice? Well, first I notice a drum and it's you see some noise. It's making noise, and a bird on the right is also singing or making some noise. So both pictures show sound or maybe noise. What do you think the vocabulary word might be? What do both pictures show? If you have a partner, make sure you turn and talk about them. Our vocabulary word is noise. A noise is a sound. Here's another example. I heard a noise in the garden. How do I use the word noise? The noise outside woke me up. What noise do you often hear on a playground? Our vocabulary word is noise. Another picture. Okay, on the left, I see a mom reading a story to her child, to her daughter. And on the right, I see a book opened up to a story, maybe. So could the vocabulary word be book or story? If you have a partner at home, make sure you turn and talk about what you notice and what both pictures show. There it is. The vocabulary word is story. A story tells about events that have happened. The events can be real or make believe. He tells a story about planting trees. How do we use the word story? I liked the story about the princess. What story has someone told you? Our vocabulary word is story. This one looks a little challenging. I see a man with an arrow pointing, and it says future, like he's walking forwards. And then on the right, a man with an arrow pointing, and it looks like he's going somewhere too, maybe. What could the vocabulary word be? So both pictures show people moving or going somewhere. This one's a little tricky, I think. What do you think? Talk it over with your partner. Oh, our vocabulary word is shall. That is very tricky. Shall is a word that tells that something will happen in the future. Happens in the future, just like the arrow over his head says. Something's going to happen in the future. Here is another example of how to use the word shall. We shall pick apples today. Means we haven't done it yet, but we're going to do it in the future. How do I use it? Well, you can say, I shall go shopping tomorrow. How shall you spend your next summer vacation? Our vocabulary word is shall. Just means you haven't done it yet, but you will do it in the future. All right, here comes two more. What do we notice? Well, on the left, we see a globe or the world, and on the right, we see a globe with some hands holding it up. Both pictures show what? A globe, or maybe the world, the earth. Those are both pictures of the earth. So what could our vocabulary word be? Talk it over with your partner if you have one. Our vocabulary word is world. The world is the planet Earth. Both pictures show the world. My garden is the best place in the world. How do we use the word world? His family lives in another part of the world. In what part of the world is your city? The vocabulary word is world. All right, it's time to reflect. Did we meet our learning target? I can use pictures and context clues to help me understand important words from the story, The Garden from Frog and Toad. How do you feel about it? Do you think that you met your learning target? So if you would rate it a 4, you would say, yes, absolutely, I could teach this lesson. I easily said how each pair of pictures were the same. Or if you would rate it a 3, you would say, I was able to say how most of the pictures were the same. Or 2, I was able to say how some of the picture pairs were the same. Or if you give it a 1, you would say, I was not able to say how any of the picture pairs were the same. How would you rate it? 4, 3, 2, or would you say 1? I hope everybody would rate it a 4. All right. Let's take a look at those vocabulary words again. Number 1 was few. Read that word with me, few. Few means not many of something. There are only a few. 2, night. Night is the time of day after the sun has gone down and it's dark outside. Number 3, loudly. Loudly means in a noisy way. Number 4, window. A window is an opening in a wall that lets light and air into the room. Window. Number 5, noise. A noise is a sound. Number 6, story. A story tells about events that have happened. The events can be real or make-believe. Story. 7 is shall. Shall is a word that tells that something will happen in the future. And number 8 was world. The world is the planet Earth. Nice job, boys and girls. Did you learn all 8 vocabulary words today and understand how to use them and what they mean? I hope you did.